You know we're getting old when we like something so much we get the same thing again. Come along with us while we unbox our new Magic Mill Dehydrator.
This is my Cyber Monday deal. I wasn't planning on doing any Cyber Monday shopping, but Amazon did a really great deal on this. I was able to get this one for $169 on Amazon. Regular price is, right now it's $199. So it's still, I wouldn't say it's the cheapest on the market, but it's way less expensive than the Excalibur and a few of the other higher end brands, but it has a lot of the similar features.
The suction. All right. Magic Mill, just like the one you had. Just like it.
That's why I wanted it.
All
Instructions.
the documentation.
the things you won't read anyway.
Instruction manual, a cookbook, and a warranty card. All right.
Meat skewers. You can actually hang sausage or jerkies or anything like that from these.
We haven't done that though.
No, I haven't done that.
And this would be the where it hangs.
I call them skewers, but they're not really. They actually fit across this thing. So you can hang meat, fish.
Right. They look like skewers, but they're not.
I have used them for skewers.
Have you?
To like bake kebabs or something. We've got a mesh tray, which I have a few of these, but there's some cut to size mesh. I think they're silicone that you can buy on Amazon. You can use those in place of it.
That looks like that thing that my grandma used to like crochet on. You know those little things?
You're talking about knitting, but yeah. These are fruit roll-up trays. They're a hard plastic tray.
That's more for liquids, right?
Yes, this is for liquids and like thick smoothie-like fruits.
These metal trays, there's how many?
There should be 10. These are all stainless steel trays. They work really, really well.
Packed with it, that's for sure.
Well, there's the other trays.
There's the other trays. They were underneath the machine. Another 4, so that's a total of 10. 10 trays. A nice, sturdy, what is it, stainless steel tray?
They're stainless steel trays. It takes a minute to get it out of the packaging.
And more stuff inside too.
Is there? Oh, that's the little pot holder grabby things. These are silicone. They're really nice. I haven't used them for the dehydrator trays because they're really not warm enough to burn you when you take them out. But these are really cool to use for canning. When we're oven canning or anything like that, it keeps you from burning your fingertips. Now this is very similar to an Excalibur, but quite a bit cheaper. The Excalibur runs about $300 for the 9 tray. This is the Magic Mill, and it's the 10 trays. That these are all stainless steel. When you open it up, it's got the fan in the back. The trays slide in very nicely. When you plug it in, the power automatically comes on and it beeps. It's super simple to use. Press the start button. It automatically turns on to 165 degrees and sets the timer at 10 hours. That's easily changed. Click temperature and you can adjust all the way down to 95 at the lowest and 165 is the highest. Press the time temperature button again and it switches to the hours, and you can go all the way up to 24 hours. And I just hold it, and You can do it little by little, or you can just hold the button. It also has a button. Let me turn that off and reset it. The fast and raw button. You've got a fast for raw materials. It's automatically set for 115 degrees, and it sets it for 24 hours. Click it again, and it goes to the fast method, which goes up 165 degrees for 10 hours. So it's like a preset temperature and time setting. I've used those a couple of times, but I normally like to set it to whatever specifically that I'm dehydrating. And then you have the keep warm feature. So you can hit keep warm, and it's supposed to lower the temperature. It runs kind of on and off, just to keep the product warm while you're, because if they're finished drying and you're not ready to process and remove everything, but you don't want the humidity to affect your dried goods for an hour or so until you can get to them. You can put on the keep warm feature, and it'll keep it just somewhat warm. It doesn't set to a specific temperature, I don't believe. But when it shuts itself off, when the timer goes off, it beeps pretty loudly. I don't know if you can even hear it on the camera.
It's really quiet.
It's super quiet. We've actually done live streams with a dehydrator running in the kitchen, and there's no background noise. So this will be dehydrator number 2.
Number 2, like this one.
Like this one, yeah.
You've got, what, 4 of the round ones?
Yeah.
So 6 dehydrators.
Yeah. The fruit roll-up trays fit right on top of the stainless steel trays. Some people I've seen try to put them in there without the trays. I don't think they fit hanging on here. This just kind of stabilizes for your liquids so it doesn't bend. The trays that come with it are great. These I'll put a link for in the description. These fit right on top of the stainless steel trays. They're a little smaller size-wise, but they work great. They're a silicone jelly roll pan. Apparently it's to make jelly roll something or some kind of dessert. I'm not a dessert maker, so I have no idea.
These aren't really for the dehydrator, but you can see how they fit perfectly right on that tray.
They fit really well, but I use these a lot of times for when I dehydrate eggs or any type of liquid. Anything super small that you don't want falling through the grates, you can use these for as well. It's nice for liquids because you can take and roll them up and kind of break up your dried goods. And then they're great because you can pick the whole thing up and dump it out like a funnel.
One drawback to the Magic Mill compared to the Excalibur is this one's made in China. So if that's a deal breaker for you, I understand.
I've used the Magic Mill for a lot of things. Eggs, potatoes, celery. Celery is one of the things that I did yesterday. I really like this dehydrator for the temperature, the temperature settings. You can turn it down to 95 degrees and I can dry herbs and they don't lose their color or much of their flavor. They stay pretty and green. A lot of the round dehydrators with the stackable trays, like the Presto, I have one of those. I have several of the round ones, but there's no temperature settings on those. So a lot of times with herbs and things like that, the herbs really lose their color. They darken. With the glass door on this thing, I don't have to open it each time that I want to look at what I'm drying. So I can simply just walk by it and look through the door and make sure that, you know, things are going as planned. I know that my herbs aren't changing colors and they're not darkening too much. Because if things are starting to darken, that usually means your temperature is a little too high. We've had a few fails too. I've dehydrated pumpkin puree and it didn't do so well. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing wrong, but I'm gonna figure it out. These are green onions. We do these a lot. We grow our own, and I cut them into small pieces, and I keep them all year round in jars. And we have several jars already. We're going to be doing another round pretty soon. And as you notice, they're bright green. They don't turn brown. They don't darken. They really hold their color. And usually when you have colored veggies that are dried, they have more nutritional value. The links for the dehydrator and the jelly roll trays will be in the description below, so they're easy for you to find if you're interested.